Well, hello, class. I would just like to welcome all of you to your first class with me starting on March 6th, tomorrow, totally online in organizational behavior. I've been teaching organizational behavior for quite some time now, and I will tell you that I've always been fascinated by how organizations work together interdepartmentally, communication wise, um, how information flows, why it flows, how does it relate to the strategic plan of the organization, etc. Um, I may have mentioned to you in my bio that I had been an organizational consultant from 1991 to 2007 and basically went into companies, small, medium sized companies, and asked them how I could help them solve their organizational problems. And some were very complex problems, some were not that complex. But what it all boiled down to, the most important common denominator of all of it was communication. A lot of times, different departments acted like different companies. And it's amazing that they all worked for the same place, but they all had their own budgets, their own people, and why should I do this in my department and you don't do this in yours? And sometimes it was a mess. But I think the most important factor was getting everybody to work together. And once we could even agree to disagree, we learned how we could solve problems together. And that's really important in OB because we are only as good as each other. So basically, most books, even like this one, it's a little bit different because it works in sections and not chapters. What these books do is they start with the individual, learn everything about how the individual works, how they perceive information, blah, blah, blah. And then you put the individual into the department or the team. And now you have a whole bunch of individual values coming together that are working together or not. And then you bring all of these different segregated departments under one roof and you have the organization. So that's kind of the way the book is written, but and giving you kind of the macro view of things. But what we're going to do tomorrow when you first boot up, the best thing I can tell you is always read your announcements first. Your announcements are your most important things. That's like your little roadmap of what we're going to do each week. Each week will be a module folder. So you'll know in that folder exactly what's required of you. There'll be readings, there'll be supportive YouTube videos. Again, it's only 7 weeks, so it flies by. So I'm trying to give you the biggest bang for your buck, but not overwhelm you. I'm trying to simulate a classroom environment, so a lot of your grading is going to be based on interacting with one another as if you were in a classroom, synergizing with one another. I know everybody has a full-time job or doing many things of the day, and you want to make this class an integration, not a separation. You know, they talk about work-life balance, but the reality is that you have to balance your life with your work because your work is part of your life. So um, the interactive classroom discussions are a big part of how I'm going to grade you. I don't want you to think you're going to be judged. I value you. Yeah, grades are important, but if you put the work in, I'm sure you can get through this. So I value you for what you know and the rich type of um, knowledge that you bring to the classroom. That's important. And how we synergize with each other. I am only the facilitator of your learning. Your learning best facilitator is your synergy with the instructor or with the instructor as the instructor interacts with all of you. So again, it's about information and communication flow. all of the assignments are timed. So, it's 7 weeks getting a whole semester. I am accountable to administration on making sure that you are doing what the accreditors are asking us to do in the equivalent of a traditional 14 or 15-week course. So, as I'm accountable to my people, you're accountable to yourself and the class to get up to speed with all of the class stuff that you need to completely get through the course. I am as close as your phone. Really. My phone number is 617-842-2856, but please God, tell me where you're from. I teach a lot of kids in a lot of different classes. So you got to tell me your class and who you are. And the best way to get me is on my cell because I'm all over the place. You can get me on Wentworth email. I look for it all the time, but I am all over the place. If you need a quick answer, I might not get to you that second, but you don't have to wait. It's a lot quicker sending a text. Use technology when you can. So on that note, good luck starting up tomorrow. Everything I think is self-explanatory in the module folders. And then you will have 3 interactive discussions for this week already, believe it or not. So keep on top of all of that. They will appear as they're needed. Always go to the assignments. If you can't see the assignments right away, it's because they're not timed into the course yet. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Again, any questions, reach out. Good luck with tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to all of you putting up your blogs, explaining a little bit about you. You know a little bit about me by now, and Godspeed. So, tomorrow we're off.